2, 1, and welcome back. Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
We are here.
Baby Snow.
We're ready.
We are here. We are here. We are here.
Okay, everybody, roll initiative.
No.
There I go. Well,
No initiative.
All right,
Wait.
Fatabi. So, while everybody is downstairs, you of course you just witnessed that ghost pass down. What do you do?
As far as you know, we're all getting murdered right now.
Yeah, but at this point, Tavi's probably like, shrugs her shoulders.
Goes back to the chair.
I
He never left the chair.
Which room am I in exactly? In the corner room on the left?
No, you're in the big room with all of the furniture draped.
Oh, okay.
You're in front of the staircase.
Yeah.
That goes down. Yeah.
Door is open. So,
Yeah. The door's open.
can I play dead on the ground?
Okay.
So
Go ahead and roll a performance check for me.
All right.
Why are you like this? You're not gonna like the reactions you get.
He just wants to know for sure.
Oh, 5. That's terrible.
You're not even good at playing
So
dead.
you kind of
We
walk
walk
back
in and you're
forth,
like rubbing your nose.
You kind of think to yourself and go, and so you find a nice, less dirty, dusty area of the room, and you go ahead and lay down, and you kind of stick your tongue out and lay your head to the side, and think, okay, and you have like one eye open, the other eye closed, and you're kind of watching
Super obvious.
the staircase, and you're just kind of thinking, this will be good. This will be good. About that time, however, the oven, the little the iron stove that's in the corner here, that's been undraped. Yeah, the little furnace that's been undraped. All of a sudden, you feel kind of a shaking in the room. Kind of starts to be kind of a low, dull rumble, and then it gets to a point where viscerally the entire room starts shaking. The rest of you, as you start approaching the staircase, also notice this, and you watch as some of the tunnel behind you starts almost collapsing. Not blocking your path, however, but behind you into the crypt areas, there's enough debris that's falling from the roof area and in between the walls that it looks like it's kind of coming in on itself. Tavith, this room becomes immediately obscured with a black smoke that starts pouring out of the oven next to you.
Okay.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Plays
I'm
dead,
gonna be really-
actually
I'm
died.
gonna be really dead. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
Oh,
22.
nice.
All right. So as you determine, as you're trying to play dead and with your one eye open, you're kind of looking around and you notice right above you this black smog that starts filling up the upper area of the room. Of course, you're actually low on the ground, and so there's a breathable air where you are at the moment. So you don't see any effects,
Being
but you
dead saved your life.
still continue to play dead for the time being while you're prone. So you're like, well, that's not good. At this time, the rest of you start to come up the stairs. Who's front? Archer?
Yep.
Archer.
Archer, so you immediately walk into the room and you don't see Tavith, but you see the whole area is obscured with black smoke.
I swear if this place is burning down. And I'm gonna try to look for Tavi.
Okay. So as you enter the room accordingly, go ahead and roll a investigation check.
18.
18. All right. And because of your dark vision, you won't be at disadvantage. So you do see kind of there's a limp body on the ground right in front of the stove.
Definitely faking
Go ahead
it.
and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
You're like, should I lie?
Is
should I tell
this
the truth?
Is a 7 high enough?
A 7 is not. So as you kind of wave your hand in front of your face and walk through, you kind of you hit the foot of Tavith and you look down, but as you kind of inhale some of the smoke, it gets into your lungs. And you take 1 point of poison damage.
The sparkler incident.
Oh god.
You lower your head down as you try to cough up what's left over, but you kind of find kind of a small area where Tavith is laying in, where you see where the air is a little bit clearer here, and you obviously you watch his eyeballs completely open and looking around. So you're like, "What are you doing? And what happened?"
I was... Go ahead, yeah.
Get up.
Man, wait, you thought you could tell I'm alive?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I can tell you're. Are you stupid?
Crap, man, I was trying to play a joke, make things all lighthearted, and then this smoke thing pops out of nowhere. And it ends up actually saving my life because I'm low to the ground, apparently. And the smoke went over my head. The smoke, I don't know how this works, but the smoke went over my head as I was laying down. And so,
Okay, get up and go outside.
up.
I'm gonna try to find my way out of this room if I can see. I can see, right?
All right. Yes, you can see because of your dark vision. The rest of you also filter in this room. I need everyone else to make a Constitution saving throw,
But I want to hold my breath when I see that there's smoke.
and that's what the Constitution saving throw will be.
If I can hold my breath.
Mm-hmm.
because you're standing up already.
That is a 14.
14 for Pipe.
17.
17 for
Mahi.
Mahi.
And 10.
10. Okay. All right. So all the rest of you, except for Tor, you all go in there, and you immediately start covering your mouth with your cloaks to try to mask away the smoke. As you see Archer and you see Tavith in front, kind of leaning down, so you kind of get underneath the smoke area. Tor kind of does not see anything at this point as she kind of walks behind everybody else, and immediately the smoke hits you, and you weren't noticing it. It inhales, it gets inside your lungs, and you take 2 points of poisoning damage.
How come I take 2?
Oh.
Because I breathe in this stuff every day.
Are you
I
a
built up a
smoker?
partial immunity.
And at this point,
I'm just saying, if Pyth had failed that, she would have immediately just passed out again.
at this point here, the floor shakes, and you hear that same rumbling effect here. The rest of you, throughout this entire campaign area, for those that have been hearing noises and whispers and so forth, they're all immediately audible. But at this point, you're now watching as you see that the walls in this room start to decay and melt, almost like they're bleeding. The doors splinter apart, and so the open door in this room, for example, just completely explodes, and in its place are spectral blades that are swirling around the door frame.
I was walking out.
The black smoke is swirling to fill out the rest of the area that, for those that are on the floor now, can no longer hide. And so at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Here we go again.
And
No way.
I don't even know what we're fighting. I gotta go through my
Nat 20.
attention real quick.
Nat 20.
No way, you got a natural 22.
Yes. But it's 21, I guess, with the modifier. I want to get a nat 20 on an attack roll. Come on.
All right, so that's a 20 for you, Tavith.
Yeah, nat 20. It's like-
Archer.
Natural 20. plus 4
Awesome.
modifier.
Okay, so 24.
21.
21 for you. All right, Python.
I got a 9, and I'm at 1 HP.
9. Tor.
A 10.
Mahi.
8.
8. Okay.
This is fine. I don't even know what we're fighting. I just know there's spectral blades and smoke.
Archer, at this point, so you see here again, as you see through the smoke, you watch as your path in front of you, you're being blocked by these bluish, ethereal type of spectral blades that are spiraling around the door here. What do you do?
Here we go again. I'm gonna pull out my sword.
Okay.
And, so these blades are just floating.
Yes. They're floating in between the door frames.
I'm gonna see what happens if I try to hit one.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Six.
Okay. So as you swing towards one of the blades, your sword just goes through it. Doesn't seem to have any effect. Blade still continues to spin through. As you get close to it, though, you can kind of feel the wind of it.
Okay,
So
let's
while
try.
your blade went through it, you're not really sure if your flesh can do so.
Let's try this again. I'm gonna try to hit it again with that sword, with my dreadful ambush.
Okay.
17.
17. All right. Just whiffs right through.
We're air sword fighting over here.
Okay. And that ends my turn.
Okay. Tavith, it's not your turn. Archer, what was your health, by the way?
22.
Okay.
And
Tavith,
not
what's your
related.
health?
12.
Alright. What would you like to do, sir?
Can I run through it? Is that an option?
Go ahead.
Do it. I
Mm.
want to see how much damage you take.
Alright, so
That's
it's
kind of a
Oh,
reference
let-
point.
let me
you,
think,
you,
let me
you
think.
watch that Archer is kind of flailing his sword at the doorway. You're not really, because the area is obscured, you can't really see exactly what he's hitting.
What about the other? Is there another? Oh wait, that's
No, there's
that's
not
a
another
window.
door.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a window, I guess, but I don't really know that yet. And it's fully blocking the doorway, right?
Well, if you roll an intelligence check, you might be able to determine how fully it is.
Okay. Tavi's not so smart, so let's go ahead and do that. Try anyways.
That'd be
smart.
perception, no? That would. Intelligence is more like knowledge of history.
Nope, it works for figuring things out.
Yeah, it's only an 8.
Doesn't matter anyway. He's big dumb.
Yeah, you're not really sure. You don't see a pattern at the moment that's apparent to you.
Okay.
But you do determine this is some kind of a trap, not necessarily a
A being. A being.
yeah, an
An
intelligence or anything of that nature. Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna back up away from it
Okay.
if I can.
Very well. Is that end of your turn?
Yes. Sure. Ended.
Okay. It is now What the crap? Jeez. Just lost all the initiative. Alright, give me your initiatives again. Tavith,
That's 20.
you had a 21, right?
Or 21. 21.
Yeah. Archer had a 24. Pipe,
Yep.
you had what?
9.
9. Tor, you had
10.
10. And Mahi?
8.
8.
GG.
8,
Okay.
9,
And Archer, you had how much health?
22.
Okay. Tavith, you had 12.
Yeah.
Tor's next. What is your health?
18.
18.
Wait, no, I lied.
17.
It's 17 actually.
17.
I only took 1 point off, it looks like, so it's 17.
Alright, and here I want to open another tab. There we go. Okay. What shall you do, Tor?
Smoke's getting to him.
Could I make an Arcana check on what this is and what it might do if we walk through it anyways?
Okay, go ahead.
Like, can we walk through it? Can we fight it? Is there a way to untrigger it? Ooh, yes! 23.
Alright, very good. Alright, so you determine that this is definitely not a natural occurrence.
Oh, really?
And not an intelligent being of any kind or a monster. This looks like some kind of an apparition, possibly be caused by the magics that's animating this entire house. Whatever you killed downstairs did not seem to necessarily stop what has been occurring upstairs, but this house has, and based on the warnings that Rose has given you, this house looks like it is turned into a death trap, not wanting you to escape it. Between the smoke and from what you can tell, the smoke is looks like it's coming from the stove area, but naturally it continues to keep unnaturally I should say, it continue to keep spraying out. This is like a poisonous, it's not just regular smog, but it's actually like there's a poison, a magical element to it. You also can determine there is, as you study the movement of the blades, there's a momentary gap where their movements repeat itself, where the door frame is clear to kind of move between.
So it is like Destiny.
Otherwise, it feels like if you don't make it within that gap, you'll probably get hit with these blades.
Oh, good. This
Okay.
is what me and Tor are terrible at in Destiny.
We suck
Yeah.
at this. This is like avoiding the lasers. Hey, listen, I've made it through once without dying. Let's see if Tor is actually any better.
So, with your knowledge, you are able to clear the door unharmed. And so you
Cool.
run out to the hallway if you choose to do so.
Yep. I'm gonna. Okay, guys. Here's the pattern. Watch.
He's watching.
Now, and I'm gonna bounce through the door.
Okay. The rest of you don't really see it because there's too much smoke in the area, so with the
I
exception
mean,
of
I'm right.
Python and an archer,
Yeah, okay.
they can see through obscuration. But yes, Tor, you managed to wait and bide your time, and at right the moment you say now, and you jump through, and no harm befalls you. You're on the other side.
Okay, I know
Clear
we're.
hallway. By the way,
Yep.
you notice that the smoke does not leave the room.
Yep. I know we're technically in initiative, so I don't know if I can technically do this, but would I be able to, since I know the rhythm of the door, instruct the others on when to jump?
Sure, but they'll have to make their own intelligence checks.
Okay. With advantage, though, maybe, since I'm telling them when to jump?
Say with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, it's my turn, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
now,
Don't get
Where's
hit,
Ivan?
my dude.
How the crap did she get through?
you have 1 HP.
Yeah.
1.
Pipe looks like she might just fall over as is. So. Okay, I dropped it, but I'll take that roll, I guess. There's my advantage one. Wow, a 10 and an 11. But I'm kind of smart, So it's intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
10 and 11.
13 and 12.
13 and 12. So you kind of hear Tord instructing you, but you're kind of watching, and you don't really, you're not seeing what she's talking about. It just looks like a flurry of blades to you at this point, and you're so weak, you're not 100% sure you can get through here without taking some damage.
Hey, I'm
But
just
you can certainly
vibing.
try.
No, I'm just vibing then. I'm like, what? Yeah, what are you?
Anything
I
else?
guess it's my turn.
I guess it's Python been done.
Well, what else am I gonna? I'm not gonna risk running through there if I don't see it.
Honestly, you should use the bonus action to chug a health potion.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you gonna heal yourself?
There's no other healing right now. You're at 1 HP.
Don't
Yeah, safe to say that you guys are not gonna have time to short rest, as we are in initiative. Against the house.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll take a health potion.
I know you've been trying to save them and you've been very good about them, but like legit, there's
Gonna
no
die.
healing. And if you have to make another constitution saving throw for any reason, or you have to jump through the door anyways, you're dead.
What is 2d4 for me? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a 3 and a 4.
How much is your health now?
Net and
You're at 10? Okay. Alright. So you go ahead and think, I don't think I could do this, and you chug a health potion.
Pite doesn't
It's not-
say anything. She just looks really tired as she pops one off of her belt and just chugs it.
It's now
You feel-
Mommy's turn.
Less tired.
I'm gonna walk over.
What is
Look
your
at the blade.
health, sir?
My health is at 22.
Alright.
And I'm gonna guess make that intelligence check because I'm trying to see the pattern that Tor was talking about.
Okay.
Okay, get it with advantage, because... Okay, Mahi. Mahi, wait for my signal.
Alright. Okay. And with advantage. And just straight intelligence.
Yes.
That's a nat 20, baby.
So,
Now!
yeah, you totally see what Tor's talking about, and as you say, "Oh, I get it," you go ahead and wait for that moment, and then
I'm assuming because Mahi has had
dive
battle
through
training.
it.
I'm assuming because Mahi would have battle training, he would recognize an opening when he sees it.
You do the Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade kind
Yes.
of move, where he's in that room and the little blades kind of go over, and he does that
Yeah.
rolling thing into the next room.
So in
Take that.
theory, now that there's two people who see the pattern and we're both telling them when to jump, does that make it easier for the others to get
Triple advantage. No.
Advantage only works with advantage.
Well, I mean, like, DC.
Lowering the DC, we'll see. All right, now it's the house's turn. Oh no, they don't really have a turn.
It just
Archer,
keeps whooshing.
go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Two.
Puff, puff.
Take
Continue to
2
puff.
points of poison damage.
Doesn't pass. Keep puffing.
Did Tavith get his turn?
Yeah, I passed it,
Yeah,
and
you
then
No.
this is the second time
You'll
around
get
now.
his, the second time around.
I'm gonna see if I can recognize the pattern.
Go ahead.
Got this, Archer.
13.
Sure, it's easy.
All right, so is that with advantage?
Yeah.
All right, so you're seeing Mahi and Tor on the other side. They're kind of ushering you, like, come on, you can do it. And you're kind of like, there's blades in the way.
You stupid idiots! Come on, there's blades right here.
But you can still to pass through if you wanted to.
Okay. Okay.
Don't do it.
Hmm.
You think with the knowledge that you have seen that maybe you can just use pure dex to get by.
Maybe with
I
advantage
am
if they're helping.
I am going to back up a step, and then another, and then another, and then I'm gonna try to make it.
Okay,
Maybe
go
with
ahead and roll
advantage
a.
because they're telling him when.
No, this is a saving throw, not a check. So dexterity saving throw.
Jump, Archer, jump!
18.
18. All right. So you narrowly avoid it as you kind of just close your eyes and do it, but you contour your body in a way where none of the blades hit you, and you come out on the other side unscathed.
Ranger.
Kind of like pat myself. Okay.
Tavi,
Jump.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is 19.
19. So you are able to hold your breath for the time being. No damage. What would you like to do?
I would also like to try and figure out
The pattern?
the pattern.
Go ahead. Roll it intelligence with
Right.
advantage.
Oops. 16.
16. You're able to see it.
All right.
And as such, you kind of look at Archer on the other side going, that wasn't so hard. All right. Tor, you're on the other side.
Yeah.
The rest of you are kind of basically watching Pythavin as the last one in the room.
You can't see me. I'm in the smoke.
I'm gonna go
She's
walk over to the
obscured with
kids.
smoke.
I'm gonna go walk over to the kids' room and peek in to see if the house is doing anything weird in there.
Okay. So as you walk, you see the same blades in the kids' room. As you look, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
16.
16. All right, you look into the room and all of the furniture is like melted into the floor. You don't see anything in this room that it looks to be what you remember it. It's just all kind of almost like chunks of flesh that are bubbling on the floor. The room, you see that the bricked area of the window area is still the only thing that looks still solid, but the rest of the walls look like they've rotted off and are brittle and kind of falling to pieces.
House angry.
God. Dang. Damn it. I was gonna cut you a hole in the wall, Pyth. I'm sorry.
Also, you are hearing like scurrying sounds throughout the interior of the wall.
I'm gonna stomp back over to the group.
Okay.
Probably a bunch of rats going, oh my word, what's happening to our home?
At which point, it's now Pythavin's turn.
Oh, Patty.
Choking to death over here.
Gonna try to see
Go
the
ahead,
pattern
roll.
again. Oh.
Roll your Constitution saving throw first.
Nat 20.
All right. So you hold your breath.
You actually gain health back. Incredible.
I'm gonna try to see the pattern again.
With the advantages.
What was it? That's a 18 and a 4. So
Eight,
So the
18
18.
works. All right. So you're able to go ahead and kind of just wait for a moment and then just step right on over to the other side.
Step right in. Or out.
I think we should run.
Agreed.
It's now Mahi's turn.
Mahi, lead the way.
I'm gonna book it. As
Down the
fast as I can. Down the stairs. I don't know how many feet that is, but you can better believe I'm dashing.
All right. 5, 10,
Maybe.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Bloop.
Isn't it
45,
Another six.
60. Now you're about halfway to the middle staircase on the second
60.
floor.
45.
You have 30 and 30, yeah? You're dashing?
Yes.
Okay.
Never mind.
So as you get to the middle of the second floor, you see. Let's see here. Pull up the layout of the second floor.
Which one's the second floor?
Second floor.
On the right, the bottom, the right.
The bottom right? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't know what floor we're on.
The first floor
We're
is
gonna be on.
the one with the front door on the left.
Okay. And then second, and then third,
Yeah.
kitty corner, fourth. Got it. Just wanna
All
make
right,
sure.
Mahi. As you enter this room,
Right.
you notice on the across the room, the fireplace is billowing out the same poisonous smoke that's filling out the rest of this room. So go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
I swear, I'm gonna fail every single one of these. I'm gonna die because I've taken like 20 points of damage.
Throw is
Uh,
a 17.
17. All right. So as you get here, you kind of hold your breath, and now wait for the others. It's now Archer's turn.
Quick
I am following right
question:
after.
is there any way I can warn them, or
Nope, you're holding your breath, my dude. I'm sorry.
I was gonna
I
say,
Yeah,
think
you're
you
holding your
genuinely
breath.
can't.
Yep.
So I'm gonna follow right after Mahi dashing.
Okay. So basically, you end up in the same spot. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
What is it?
3. Oh dear.
Oh no.
God.
Oh dear.
Smoking it. No.
It really is a sparkler incident all over again.
Death by smoke inhalation.
Oh my god.
That is
Archer.
4 points of poison damage.
Oh my god.
Okay. It's now Tavi's turn.
He just kind of looks at you and puts his hand over his mouth, like, "Shut your trap."
Well, I'm giving you a thumbs up.
And he's still hacking and breathing it.
Can I hop over the banister from the second floor?
I'll let you
No.
do an acrobatics check.
Okay. Let's see.
So you wanna-
That's,
I'm gonna dash and then
is that?
Jump over the banister.
yeah.
You gotta
That's
go all
only
the way
like
to the
10
first
feet.
floor.
It's like 10 feet. It's not
Yeah.
too bad, actually. It's more like
That's-
1d6 of damage.
No,
Technically.
that's more than 10 feet.
It's like
It's probably
15
like-
feet, probably.
Yeah, the house is a little bit bigger, so I would say like 15 feet.
I would
So yeah, I'm dashing down there. Let's see. Let's do it.
God.
Acrobatics check.
jump over the banister and onto the first floor. Who needs stairs?
16.
16.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check this to see exactly the specs on this.
Because I
Oh,
suppose
God.
like, you would
We're just-
probably still take fall damage.
Yeah, I know he's gonna. I think there's no way around taking fall damage, but
Yeah, if, to my understanding in the rulebook, fall damage is unavoidable.
I mean, it's only
Think
like
that
Unless
I
you're a
don't.
monk. If you're a monk, you can be like, nah, man.
I
Right?
decided not to.
and it's
Yeah,
like, it's like
so-
1d6 per 10 feet.
it's basically 12-foot high ceilings on the second and 10-foot high ceiling on the ground level. So yeah, you're gonna fall about 20 feet down.
It's 2d6.
He's got 12 health.
Well, that's a lot. I didn't know that. Oh god.
Do you want
I told
to-
you it's 1d6
I'll-
per 10
I'll-
feet.
I'll give you a. I'll give you a redo on that.
Yeah, sure. Let's
Yeah,
redo
she's
that.
Reevaluate your choices.
Yeah, that. I'm gonna-
Considering your dex roll, I'll say that you kind of spun yourself around the banister and then, like a last-minute decision, say, "Oh wait, no!"
Wait, this
That's
is
higher than I
dumb.
thought.
And
Higher than
then
I thought.
you land on the banister and start sliding down it.
Right.
There we go. I should
But
have
then,
said.
then you realize you're huge as crap, and so it shatters underneath you, and you basically land in the same spot that Mahi and Archer are at.
Yeah.
And take a Constitution saving throw.
23.
Okay. And you also be like,
Hold your
wave
breath
your
the whole
hand,
time
you're
somehow.
"Oh!" And you chipmunk cheek yourself. And it's now Tor's turn.
Yeah, yeet, let's go. Following.
Right. So you kind of saw that you saw Tommy kind of jump over the wall as he just disappeared slightly for a moment. So you're not really sure what happened to him, but as you turn the corner, accordingly, you see everybody else there. I assume you are dashing as well.
Yep.
All right, so you dash and the slowly come behind. At this point, you're all accumulating on the top part of the staircase here on the second floor, and you are not quite in the smoke area yet.
Cool.
So you're okay. Pythavin.
Following.
So you don't have to do it either.
And basically, you just back up against Tor, and you all see everything else.
Archer sucked in all the smoke that they would have gotten.
Oh, hey,
Thanks,
can we
Arthur.
see the smoke from where we are?
Yes, you can.
Can we choose to hold our breath before we go down?
Yeah.
Cool.
You'll still roll a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Mahi, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw again.
Oh, it's so funny.
This is 17 plus 2.
That's fine. You're still holding your breath at the moment. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna dash again. I'm booking it towards the front door.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will get you down to the bottom. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 will get you in this area. As you hit the ground floor, you also see the same fireplace that's on the left side of the room, or the far end of the room, is also spitting out smoke. You can get to the door in front and notice the same blades that's inside the internal foyer area.
He's just gonna look at them and try to see if there's a pattern, but I don't know if I can do that. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And I'll say with advantages since you are familiar with this already.
Well, that's a 19. That's a 4. I'm taking the 19.
Okay. So as you see, with the last remaining portions of your speed, you're able to duck in between the blades, and you are now in the little foyer area before the main.
Is that filled with smoke or is that free?
Nope, that is free from smoke at this point.
I'm just gonna turn around, and as soon as I see anybody, I'm gonna try to guide them like.
You would
Come
not
on,
be
come
able
on,
to
and
see
then-
anybody from your position.
Yeah, but I'm
Doesn't
just
the
gonna
smoke
chill there. He's just gonna be watching like.
You can yell though. You're free to speak at this point.
Okay, so yeah, Mahi's just basically like this way, pretty much.
Are you backed up into that corner
What do you mean?
The
against the
top
wall?
corner. The top left corner of that room.
Top left corner of that room. That little small.
I guess
section?
so. I guess so.
Okay.
Just like yelling across out, yeah.
Roll a perception check for me.
Okie doke. Let me get my stats up. It goes back and forth from Discord to stats. Perception, where are you? There you is. 13.
Okay. All right. So it doesn't surprise you accordingly, but as you kind of lean back against one of the walls here, you hear that scurrying noise coming from behind, and then as you look into the wall to the left, the middle section bursts open, and this wall pours a swarm of rats fill the area and starts to head in your direction.
Oh, well, I dashed, so there's nothing I can do.
There's nothing else you can do at this point.
He's just screaming things in Draconic.
All right. It is now your let's see, you as in Archer's turn.
I am going to also continue dashing, heading
Okay.
for the front door,
All right.
trying to find Mahi.
So as you enter the ground level, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god, I swear.
Not this one.
Oh shoot, it was tilted. 12.
Oh man.
12, huh? What did I say?
I swear.
Oh, 12 will do
my.
it. 12
Oh,
will do
great,
it. You're holding your
great.
breath.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
finally, I learned. I finally learned.
You get over to the door frame. You see Mahi on the other side, and there looks to be a bunch of rats scurrying around the floor in front of him. And of course, the blades are in your direct view. And there's
Shoot.
2 sets of them, by the way, because this is a double door.
Yeah. So my eyes were closed last time I did this. I'm gonna try to find the pattern again.
Go ahead.
Wow, it's twirling blades. Kind of look like the ones upstairs.
But there's more than two here.
Wow. Wait a second.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna close my eyes again, and I'm gonna try to jump for it.
Do a dexterity saving throw.
You got this, Preston.
Come on, Ranger.
17.
17 will do it. So
Oh
you
my God.
you find a little tiny thin spot in between the four blades, basically from each side, and almost as if like the center, you try to twist your body until you're as thin as you could possibly be, and you slip right through the middle of it. The blades come within milli-inches and centimeters in between, cutting up your cloak and your leather armor. You definitely feel the whoosh of them, but they don't hurt you.
Great. Rats! Nah, it's my turn.
And you come right next to Mahi and stare at a bunch of swarming rats on the ground.
Are you looking, Mahi?
He looks at you in disgust and horror.
Yep, and that's it. It's my turn.
At this point, Archer and Mahi are kind of covering the door frame. It's now Tavi's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna dash also towards the exit.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
That is 16.
16, you're still holding your breath. So as you see the blades and you see Archer and Mahi on the other side of them. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be enough room between them and the rats on the other side and the blades to be able to get through without pushing someone else out of the way into something bad.
Just tackle Archer. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jokes. I got jokes, dude. Don't do that.
I'm gonna like gesture like, can you move?
I'm gonna shimmy over like 3 inches to the right, squishing Mahi into the corner.
There's not enough room for you at this point. If you move, you'll forcefully bump one of those into
The rats.
the rats.
Oh, rats.
And that's providing that you can get through without it hurting yourself in the process. And you certainly don't
Yeah.
want to stop in that square.
Getting nicked.
Because then there's no saving throw. Then it's just constant barrage.
Can I like sit on the furnace to stop the smoke? So I mean, like
You wanna-
block the.
You want
Can I
to
block the fireplace?
with what?
My
Your
big
butt.
body. Yeah.
I thought there was no smoke on this floor.
No, there's smoke on it. That's why everyone's rolling Constitution when they enter it.
I don't think I'm big enough.
Yeah, I mean, the furnace is a big size. I mean, you can kind of stand in front of it, but the smoke is obviously going around your feet and up your skirt.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna stay next to the doorway and wait.
Alright.
Oh,
It's that. Tor's turn.
Hey, I'm gonna run down there and not jump through the door because there's no room, but I'm gonna run down there towards the door because I'm not staying on the stairs and I want to get out of the house.
Okay. You guys started from higher up on the staircase here, so you guys won't be able to get all the way to the door frame, but you can get
Anyway,
right
so,
where
yeah.
Kavi is. But yes, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that one is my saving throw is a plus. Oh, 18.
18. You're still holding your breath. Now you can get in front of Tavith at this point, and you can see through the doors. Obviously, the blades. There is no doors in this case, so you can see Mahi, and you can see Archer, the blades. You can see the rats.
Solid.
What would you like to do?
I don't know.
hey DM, quick question. How long does my negative charisma last?
Did you ever clean up?
No. I don't think he can at the moment. He has nothing to wash off with.
You're still pretty disgusting at this point.
Would disgusting? I know you said it takes off my charisma, so yeah, I'm not going to be persuading anybody with throw up on me.
Attracting the rats.
Would that?
You have to keep in mind his spell casting is charisma, which is
I
why
know.
he's asking.
Would this affect my intimidation also?
Are you gonna try to intimidate the rats?
I was gonna see if I could scare them away. I've got nothing else.
To be
I'm
honest,
not gonna
there's
do anything
advantage. The
this
rats are going
turn.
to be drawn to your. This
That's what I was
I'm not
thinking,
gonna do
yeah.
anything this turn.
Okay, Tor's doing nothing. Python, your turn.
I'm gonna follow, but I'm gonna stop on the stairs when I see that like everybody has stopped in that area. So
Okay.
I can see that. It's like
Yep.
I don't know what's happening there, but clearly the exit is blocked, so I'm not just gonna go stand in the smoke.
Okay, so you're in between the smoke area of the second floor and the first floor. I'll say that you are kind of that in between area. So at this point, you don't have to roll anything.
Okay.
All right, and that's where you're staying.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. The rest of you kind of see Python just at the top of the spiral staircase. You kind of see her kind of kneeling down and looking through the banister, going, "Hey guys." Or at least you could if it wasn't obscured with smoke. Because I think all the people that can see it are not there. Alright, it's now Mahi's turn. So,
How many rats?
there are a swarm of rats.
So 20,
Quite
30.
quite a few. You can't see the floor at the moment. It's full of
That's-
rats.
50. Okay. I'm gonna just gotta do something stupid. I'm just gonna run. Try to. Is the door, the main door shut, like the outside world?
On the other side of the room, the other double doors are also, well, they're gone, and in their place, you see a similar set of spiring blades.
Hmm.
And then beyond that, there is just a 5-foot little mini foyer before it hits the porch. Actually, those are the main doors. So
Well, I'm going to try to. I'm gonna try to run. I'm gonna. Can I inspect it from where I'm at? The blades. See if there's a pattern, but from afar.
yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay. Back to intelligence. I don't even know why I'm looking at my stats. I have a +0. Holy crap! I chucked that joker. That's a 9. I still picked it up off the ground.
They're moving too fast. You can't really tell from your distance.
I'm gonna look at Archer, look at the blades, and look back at Archer. And
Close your eyes.
Maybe on
Just
the-
close your eyes.
he says that with his eyes because. Oh wait, no, our mouths. We can.
Yeah,
breathe.
you're fine. You're fine in that room.
Okay, forgot about that. Crap. And I book it, and I close my eyes, and I run through the rats and jump through the blades.
All right,
Great.
so a couple things are happening here. One, the rats are going to take a shot at you, and that's a natural 20.
Crap.
Oh,
Dang.
rats!
I'm gonna kill
My
you.
feet hurt. My feet hurt.
Let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. This is a little different with their attacks. Oh, okay. If the swarm has it, okay. I thought it was if the character has it. Okay, okay. So they're at full health, so they're gonna hit you with the full might, basically. So as you run through, all the little rats kind of start jumping up at you, start snapping at your tail and at your legs, and some of them grapple onto your arm, and one of them runs up the back of your head and bites down, and you're
One of my dreadlocks? How
Yep.
dare he touch my dreadlocks?
He's like swinging from it basically, and the other one tries to grapple onto the other side and tries to find an ear, but there's like no ear here, so it's gonna bite the side of your head and your neck. And so between all these little piercing strikes, you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okey-doke. and I'm still gonna jump through. Like I'm pushing through the pain.
All right.
It's like
but you start shaking them off as they're starting to bite you and swarm all over you. But you get to the point where you're at the blaze, and at this point they all kind of scatter from you. And then you jump through the blade. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dang it. I fail. It's not a critical, it's a 4.
Okay. Yeah, it's still a fail.
I fail.
All right. So
A critical fail, but I do fail.
Taking damage.
Yeah. I figured that
this would be
as much.
slashing damage.
No, I know the problem though. When the rats bit me, I opened up my eyes. I didn't listen to Archer's.
Well, I guess it's kind of easy for the Dexy Ranger to say with the dexterity saving throw. Looking back on it in hindsight.
That's 11 points of damage.
I'm hurt, but I'm alive.
So as you all watch here, Mahi kind of slaps the rats away, and then as he kind of gets his body prepared, and he moves his arms like a chugging motion. It's like 1, 2, and he jumps through right into one of the blades, slashing across his chest, and he turns him slightly as he kind of collapses outside into the open air.
That sparks.
The
But is he free?
The other rats basically are scurrying around the floor looking at this, and then they turn their attention over to Archer.
This sucks.
The fog outside cleared? Like, is he actually free?
Yes, you notice that there is no fog outside, Mahi.
I escaped.
The
Archer,
rest of
that's
your
it.
party. Ah!
That is a 10 plus 2, a 12.
We're fine.
Okay, so as you watch all these little rats jump at you, and you kind of swing them away with your sword, none of them latch onto you or take any piercing damage. And that ends their turn. And it's now Archer's turn.
I'm jumping back through the door.
The other direction?
Yes.
Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
You want to go back into the smoke?
20.
All right, so you easily pass through the same way that you came into the room. As you enter the smoke area, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Death by smoke.
18.
Okay, you're still holding your breath.
Boy, what are you doing?
You re-hold your breath as you kind of lean back and then slip right between the blades, and now you're in the room. You turn, see everybody else standing there. You know,
Except for Pipe.
I'm gonna frantically shake my head.
No.
And then I'm like gonna collapse to one knee.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Tavith, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm gonna take it this time. That's only 6.
Ooh, that is 6 points of poison damage.
All right.
As you cough, and unfortunately you can no longer hold your breath. And the poison seeps inside your lungs and it burns.
I was doing so good. And there's no way running past those rats. It's going to be opportunity.
You provoke opportunity attack by doing
Yeah.
it, yeah.
If
It's
you run
only-
through them, but at this point they're on the other side of the blades.
Just smash him with your hammer.
That's true. You can attack them.
All right, let's try and go. Let's do advantage. I guess with advantage, I can go through the door, right? The doorway.
If you want to determine the pattern, or you want to jump through it.
I think. You know what? I have advantage with dexterity stuff, anyways.
Yeah, that is true.
So let's do that.
All right, so you're gonna go ahead and just jump on through. Go ahead and roll a dexterity
Yeah.
saving throw.
Will 16 do it?
16 will do it.
Okay, that way I don't have to roll again.
So you kind of push Archer out of the way and you hop through, land right in front of the rats. They all kind of scurry around and they're a little scared and intimidated as this huge figure kind of just cannonballed into the room.
And I will recklessly attack them.
All right. So you take your maul out and you're like,
Here we go.
go ahead and roll.
Big ass hammer coming down.
It is a 21.
Rat goes splat. Go ahead and roll damage.
You were just waiting for that, weren't you?
Yeah.
It'll be 8.
8 points of damage. Okay. All right. So you go ahead and you. Now there's quite a few rats. So you look for the biggest black rats you can find, and you smash 2, 3, smack another one, 8, smack another one. You get about 8's worth of rats out of this swarm. There's still quite a few left, though.
Yeah,
It's
But
like
yes,
it's this revenge.
you are basically sweeping the area with your maul. Rat guts are spilling all over the place.
This is vengeance
try
for the time I killed that one rat.
can I still try and push through? And get out?
Yes, you still have the rest of your speed that you can actually get through the other side of doors if you wanted to do so. You'll take an opportunity attack against the rats, or the rats, I should say, takes one against you, and saving throw against the blades.
Okay,
Front
another.
door.
It would be like another dex saving.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
But you will take damage from the rats.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'll probably take
If they hate
perfect damage anyways from them. So I might as well, and I'm gonna have to try and get out again. Yeah, let's try it. Let's push through.
Okay, rats will take opportunity, so as you smash a few to just clear yourself a path, you go ahead and run. The other ones kind of spread like the Red Sea and then come together on your back and attack you from the back. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, it's
And in this case, did they have... Nope, they're not down to half yet on their hit points, so they still hit you for 7 points of piercing damage.
I will do stones and endurance.
Oh yeah, because that does that
Yeah.
yeah.
Stick out.
This is piercing damage, so you go ahead and Stone's Endurance, and what does that makes you resistant?
One- Yeah, 1d12 plus
So there
2.
you go. So go ahead and roll.
Where's the 12, man? There it is.
Survive.
So that's 5.
Okay, so you only take 2 points of damage.
Okay. let me put that down.
Okay. All right. So as they try to jump on your back, most of them start biting, but they all start shrieking in pain as their little teeth break accordingly into the little stone little nodules that are all over your back, and they all kind of skimper away as you approach the blades. And now go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
It is 9.
9 does not do it.
9!
Okay. So, as you go ahead and try to time it, but you're so huge, there's absolutely no way you can do this at any stealthier than you possibly can. And so, with your first attempt, somehow you were able to make it, but in this time, slash, 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 slash. There's no point to roll because you. Well, I'll roll anyway. I don't think you have enough health to survive.
I'll be down at the door.
That's 8 and 3, so yeah.
I think that would at least you would be through the door though, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
through the
we're
door.
out.
You made it
Through the
out.
door,
Congratulations.
But only
Collapses
only your
immediately.
lifeless body, yeah. So as Mahi, as you turn and you watch, you're kind of on the ground, kind of limping away from the house, and you turn around and you see Tavi.
away from
He
the
doesn't
house,
even,
I'm still
he's not
winning.
even trying to be stealthy. He just bum rushes the blades as they slice through his torso, and he bleeds. He hits the ground and falls over his maul, escaping his hands, and he collapses outside the front door, dead to the ground.
Well, I'm still there waiting at the porch. Like, I'm not going to leave my teammate, so I'm still waiting at the porch.
You're still kind of limping away from where you just came
There's-
out of the place.
I
so-
can't do anything at the moment, can I? Though,
No, it's not you.
like not really. Yeah.
All right, it is now Tor's turn now.
Okay. That's it. I'm casting Chromatic Orb on the rats.
Okay, so you've got clear line of sight to them.
Yep. And I'm hitting them.
Go ahead.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
And I'm gonna do fire damage because I really hate these things.
Mm-hmm.
Burn them all. Slaughter.
19. 19 points of damage.
All right.
19 points of damage. How do you want to do that?
I want
Nice.
to burn them all to ash. I'm sick of this stupid house.
No more rats.
Snore says she's sick of this stupid house, and she raises up her diamond into the sky. For a brief moment, the smoke kind of clears away as the fire almost engulfs the area around, and shoots a huge kind of fireball into the room and explodes over the remaining rats that are now trying to finally getting off of Tavith's back. They turn and they watch, and the little rat eyes, all they see is this big light come towards them. The whole room explodes into flame, and as the dust settles, you see nothing but dead rat charred bodies burnt all over the ground. The blades, however, are still spinning.
Cool. I'm gonna try to rush those too. I'm just gonna jump through them.
Go ahead. Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Also, Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So, for the Constitution saving throw, it's a 9. For yeah, that's a fail. I know.
That will fail. So, 2 points of poison damage for you.
But the Dex is a 15.
15 makes it, breaks it. You pass through. You're on the
Cool.
other side in charred rat guts.
Am I able to keep going and using my movement to jump to the next one?
Absolutely.
Okay, then I'm gonna full send this. Nat 20.
Hey.
Hops over
You
me.
are hops right. Yeah, you hop. In fact, you jump on top of Tavith because
Using the bounce pad and do a front
same,
flip.
his same space at this point, and then hop right to the side of him. That's
I'll
all
change
that
the
your
pad.
speed can do at this point. But you safely make it through
Yeah.
with just
Just
at the end there. Okay. Hythevin, you're now still at the top of the staircase, kind of watching. You saw Tavith take off, and you saw Tor take off. Archer, you saw him come back in there, and he's kind of waving.
Archer, what the hell are you doing?
That's right, he went back in.
You do
I'm
not
holding my
take
breath, bro.
a
That's what he's
Constitution saving
doing.
throw At the moment.
Shrug emoji.
I was like shrugging, pointing to my holding breath face.
Just take a deep breath, and I'm also gonna head over there now.
All right, go ahead and roll the Constitution saving throw.
Possibly with advantage because she's already holding her breath.
No.
I tried that.
So.
That's not gonna do it, I don't think. That's a 8. 10.
An 8,
10.
a
No,
10.
9.
No. A 9. Are you? It was a 9.
Yeah.
Oh man, because if you had 10, actually, it would have worked.
I mean, it was a 10.
Yeah, 10.
It's okay. It's only 2 points of poison damage.
She's only got like 8.
I come up to Archer, I'm just.
Thumbs up.
Not happy. I'm gonna look at the sword barrier, see if I can see the pattern.
All right, go ahead.
Intelligence check.
Mm-hmm. With advantage.
That's a 14.
14. These are too quick for you.
You see, there's 2 of them here. It's like a lot trickier, you know?
Pyth kind of like tries to pull her dress up over her nose and mouth and just keeps coughing. And I'm not gonna jump that.
Okay, you can stay there.
Yep.
All right, Mahi, it's your turn. As
I'm
you
going-
kind of pick yourself up after escaping, you watch and see Tavith on the ground, Tor kind of hopping on top of his head, then jumping over to the side. Through the other end of the blades, you see Archer and Pythvin still standing in the smoke.
I kind of get up, then I kneel down. In one hand, I grab Tavi Small, and the other, I touch Tavi's back, and I give him 1 health point.
Okay.
And as he's like waking up, I put his maul in his hand, and I'm just like, "Get up, we gotta go."
I can barely speak. I'm just like mumbling. Like, yeah, literally.
Can I attempt? Oh, never mind. Can I attempt to drag him out of the way just a bit, like so
Sure.
everybody can?
Go ahead and do a strength check.
Yeah, I'm a big
That's
boy.
an 8.
That's an 8. He's pretty tough to move. He's not budging. You lift up his arm and try to drag him, and he just, you can't get him off the porch.
Get up!
I'm gonna take bludgeoning damage when they run through me.
Die.
Of course, with you healing him, he comes to, but he hasn't got himself up yet.
And Mahi is trying to rush him, so that's fair.
Well, I think I'll be able to do something on my turn.
Well, yeah, on
Yeah.
your turn, you'll be able to just get up and finish
Get
it.
out of the way.
So Mahi kind of gives up in frustration. Real quick, Mahi, roll a perception check for me.
See. That perception, that's a 19.
So as you kind of take a moment to survey your surroundings, you do see that, of course, you're in the kind of the front yard area of the house. You just kind of step back from the porch after healing Tavith and kind of look at the house. That the fog you see is not around you in the immediate area, but you do see that as far as outside the stone walls, and all the area is completely fogged. You also watch as you look above, and you see the fogs that are pouring through the windows into the upper levels of the home. They're pouring out of it and kind of resting along the ground or the outskirts of the stone walls at this point.
Is coming out of the top part of the house.
Yeah, that's right. And it's kind of circling around the house and the outskirts of the house. And at the moment, the front yard is open, but past the rusted gate that's still open at this point, there's a dense fog.
Okay. I just look at Tor and kind of point towards the fog, like, fog's still there.
I look at him like, oh, really? You don't say!
You also don't hear all of the noises and sounds and echoes and whispers. All silent at this point. All you see is the moonlight above you and the crickets and nighttime noises. Another thing too, from your perception, from the position of where the moon is at this point, from when you guys entered in here, it doesn't look any different. But it feels like you've been in this house for many hours. It should be morning.
He looks
snap.
up and is confused. He knows what's going on, but he's confused on how it's happening.
It still looks like it's about midnight from what you can tell.
That'll conclude my turn, and then I'll bring it up in further conversation.
Archer!
I'm gonna jump through.
Alright, so you nod a Pythvin and go ahead and roll your dex.
What's my 16?
16 will do it. So you're able to somersault your way into the next room. As you do, roll a perception check for me.
20.
20. All right. So as you hear the scurrying around the walls that's coming from the other side of the wall, and you watch as that wall bursts open and another swarm of rats fill this room up, running in between all the charred rats, and now it's blocking your path from the other
I'm dying. I'm dead, bro.
the other blades.
Bro, dead.
I'm pulling out my second sword.
Why?
And I'm gonna. I'm
Go to
gonna.
town on these rats.
I'm gonna start hacking at these rats.
All right, go ahead and roll attack.
15.
15
No.
will hit.
Yeah, 15.
Still hits.
I think. Yep, it does. 5
points of damage. All right. So as a couple of the rats start jumping up towards you, you kind of smack them away with a sword. You don't get very many of them, but you get enough that they're in kind of no immediate threat to you at the moment.
Do I still have a bonus action?
Go ahead.
15 again.
Roll damage.
5 damage.
All right. So you take out more of them. Maybe there's about half of them left here. Rat's guts all over your sword.
That ends my turn.
Okay. Very well. It is now. Tavith, you have come back to life.
I'm just
With
trying to.
one hit point.
I'm trying to get away from the front door of this house. Just trying to get as far away as possible.
All right, so you kind of crawl off the front porch and you kind of crawl past Mahi to the point where you can feel like you could pick yourself up and you turn around. Right now you're standing in the middle of the front yard.
And I'm like, thank you, Dragonborn. So
Mahi
respectfully
kind of looks
calling
in
him my-
surprise. Because you called him a dragon and not a lizard.
Yeah.
Mahi has a genuine look of surprise.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
It's now Tor's turn.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna see that there are more rats.
You watch Archer as he starts swatting some more rats.
No. And I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb again on the stupid rats.
Okay.
21.
21 hits. Roll damage.
5 million.
Bye-bye, rats. Bye-bye,
Bye.
rats.
1,000. 18.
18. It's a good thing this isn't Fireball.
Yeah. And this time it is acid damage.
All right.
Melting them now. It's awesome.
So you kind of twist the diamond a little bit into the light, kind of you fraction the yellow beams that kind of spit out, and it almost targets the individual rats that are jumping up as Archer, as you watch as more rats kind of jump up out of your ability to kind of strike them all at the same time, and then all of a sudden you watch as that this beam hits, splashes on the rat, burns it in front of you, burns another one. The other rats kind of turn and start heading towards the door, and they all... Tor takes them all out.
Ha! Yes! More hit points back. This is what's up.
Thank God.
The
Yes,
rat killer.
you do. Actually, go ahead and Grim Harvest those.
Yeah, I've gotten Grim Harvest for both of those. I'm almost at full health again.
There you go. It is now Pythavin's turn. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Wait. I think it does do it actually. It's a 12.
12 works. You're still holding your breath.
I got my dress up over my face and it's working.
Is
Hashtag
Archer
wear a mask.
watching?
No, like the collar, and it goes to the
Oh.
floor.
No, she pulled the bottom of her dress up to go over her face.
She's got,
Oh,
she's got
it's
chainmail underneath, so...
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
second of all, I'm wearing full scale mail underneath my
Yeah.
Her
dress.
pantaloons. Her scale mail pantaloons.
Looks very fitchy.
I'm gonna try to see
She's
the
like a Little
pattern
Mermaid.
again.
I think you should just jump it anyways if you don't.
I'm gonna, because that's not gonna, that was a,
Did you do it with advantage?
yes. 13. I can't send help.
You
Price
can't
is
figure
too
it out.
tired for this.
You're too busy trying to concentrate, not breathing, and so your oxygen is being cut off to your brain.
Okay, I'm just jumping then.
All right, go for it.
Dex save.
Yeah.
She's
Doesn't
a
matter.
tirade.
That's a 9.
Oh,
All
shit.
right.
Send help!
All right, that's 3 and 1.
Oh, lucky. So lucky.
Oh.
I's having a bad time.
I
Very.
almost would survive with that.
So you
With
try
those
to
numbers.
tuck yourself into a little ball as you kind of skirt through. You kind of saw Archer do it once, and so you try to do the same move. But unfortunately, Archer's body is a little bit different than yours. And as skinny and small as you are, just not enough of where you feel a nick hits your back, and then another one hits your leg. And you do see that is cut through the armor, and you are bleeding from it to this point. But you have made it to the other side, and you are standing next to Archer as he is cleaning the rat guts off of his sword, and you just the stench of burnt and melted rat is in this room.
We're having a great time. Can I try to see the pattern for the second one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nat 20.
All right, so
Finally.
your vision kind of clears at this point, and you kind of almost like time slows down just enough here, and you may think maybe it's just the loss of blood at this point, but you're like, oh, those blades kind of they look like they were kind of separate. Now they're kind of forming together, and I could see the pattern. And then with one last ounce of strength, you hold your arm and limp your way into that little 1 second gap,
Just take one clean step through.
and you're on the other side next to Tor.
I'm gonna laugh if Archer gets another set of rats coming through the wall.
Oh my god.
It's now Mahi's turn.
I'm just gonna stand there and wave Archer down. Like,
Cheer
come on, let's
Archer
go.
on.
Go,
Yeah.
Archer, go!
Like, why'd you go back? Why'd you go back?
Once you go black,
You always go back.
Apparently he does.
apparently he does.
I
yeah.
always go back.
He was
Always.
making sure the rest of us got out clean.
And also he didn't think he could face the rats and get through without dying, I don't think.
Honestly, like, I saw how
But-
much damage Mahi took.
Sorry,
From
I
the rat.
I saw
overestimated how
Mahi
much
get
Archer
swarmed by
cares
rats,
about
get
other
hit by the
people.
blades.
You guys are getting out of this by the skin of your teeth. Does that finish your turn, Archer?
Huh?
Archer hasn't taken his turn, that was
sorry,
Mahi.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that concludes my turn.
Archer, at the beginning of your turn, one final rumble of the house, almost to the point where you watch the chandeliers, the windows, or the stained glass panels bust open. The whole house almost erupts into kind of almost a greenish flame in your area,
Jump!
surrounding everything. Those blades look like they're spinning much, much faster. You can almost hear kind of a groaning throughout the entire house as you are now in this dead rat empty room of last portion of
I am going to back up a bit.
here.
I'm gonna get a running start. I'm gonna run and I'm gonna swan dive through.
Okay,
Hopefully successfully.
acrobat that.
22.
22 will do that, sir. Even with the higher DC I just increased.
Oh my gosh.
So you do swan dive immediately through. As the blade spin faster and faster and faster, you somersault out onto the porch and parry right off of it into the center of the lawn, front yard. Right in front of Tavith and Mahi.
I just stumble and roll like 5 times.
The rest of you are out of initiative right now.
Okay, let's get out of this town.
What?
Let's go. Let's get out of this town.
As soon as he sees Archer off the porch, Mahi's off the porch in the front yard, going towards the gate.
Let's go. Let's go.
As the rest of you watch as Archer leaves the house, the blades immediately vanish. The shaking of the house, and the rest of you saw the house itself kind of shake, and the roof, the dirt and dust kind of flake off of it from the sides, and then immediately nothing. The smoke, Mahi, that you were seeing kind of pouring out from the windows cease, and with the final puff, the fog starts to clear, and then the fog coalesces back around the house, swirls over the entirety of the house, completely obscuring the frame of it. And then it also, after a few moments, dissipates. But as it does, you watch where the house initially looked like it was fairly recently constructed. When the smoke disappears, there is nothing but like a derelict, abandoned building in its place. You can see through the walling as there's holes basically in the walls. The windows are smashed open. The porch is falling apart, missing pillars.
No, we can loot it now, guys.
There's one door swinging open. The other door is missing.
No.
The entire house looks vastly different from when you first saw it. You look around the rest of the outskirts and you see the rest of the town that you had passed through. Once was obscured by the smoke and the fog, is now clearly visible. Everything is deserted.
He's just gonna take a breath and look at the group, and he goes, 3 things. That was a trip. That's strange, and looks at the house and sees that it's thing, and I think we should leave this place as soon as possible. Well, no, I guess this is 4 things. And look, I point up at the moon.
Counting his fingers. How many times was it?
I hold up all my fingers and thumbs. I point at the moon. Time hasn't changed a bit.
I'm going
Online
to vomit again.
I feel like we were in there for what, like 2-3 days?
Well, we were in there long enough to take at least one short rest.
Tor once again breaks that wall of.
I agree with Mahi for once. We should leave.
Good idea sometimes.
Mahi. And as
Yeah.
Archer sheathes both of his swords. Sorry about that. You should clean yourself up. And I gesture to the.
Mahi just
Puke
kind
on
of
his
shakes his head,
feet.
puts his hand up. It's fine. No, it's not every day you get. And I kind of do my fingers in the air. Taken over by a ghost.
Not every day. Hasn't happened for like 2 years at least.
I'm gonna start walking. I'm pulling a pipe. I'm gonna start walking towards the out of town.
Okay, so you go ahead and walk through the front gate. As you look down the street, you see down in the far distance, in the center of this of the town, you do see what remains of the well, but it's not fully formed. The well, it looks like it's cracked open. There's rubble onto the side of it. All the houses on both left and right side of the street, they're all deserted. They're all been ransacked, empty, derelict. And Tor with advantage, go ahead and roll a history check for me.
23.
23. You recall reading about Canaberry, which for whatever reason escaped your memory before, but as you start walking down the street, you recall that this town that you remember hearing about was destroyed like hundreds of years ago by a roving band of barbarians from the north. No one's lived in Canaberry for years. It used to be a stopping point for people going towards the Tribors, continues to be towards the east, and of course Neverwinter to the far west.
I do not relay this information. I just keep walking.
But you remember reading about this town.
Yes. I keep walking.
Okay. The rest of you go ahead and walk with her.
Yeah, I'm following
Yes. Yes, we
Eventually.
all.
I take up the tail end.
All right.
Pyth and Archer both look at each other like waiting for the other person to go first because neither one of them want to move.
Nobody's really saying anything, I assume, at this point. You all pretty much start heading off towards the left, basically, away from the town. This town was this house was the end row house of this street, and so as you keep walking, the path narrows down. You do see a sign that points back towards Connerberry. Of course, the sign itself is old, and you can see the Connerberry part of it is kind of hanging off slightly.
1 second. I want to see something. Oh, it's unfortunate. Never mind.
I would
So
murder.
I guess. Oh,
And
I
you
would
are in the
literally-
outskirts of the town at this point.
As
It is
as we're
now
walking,
midnight.
I'm just like, I would literally
just slightly past midnight.
Murder somebody right now. Or a shower and a bed.
We're probably gonna have to settle for a bedroll outside of the haunted city.
look. We can set up camp. I put. Where? Okay. Where are? Is there like? I'm trying to picture this. There's the town, and then we're on the trail right outside the town, and I'm assuming there's woods on the other side of the trail.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
The woods actually are not on your side of Connerberry at this point. On the other side of Connerberry, you've kind of emerged. So there is a trail that leads off towards the south, and there is another, which looks like maybe part of the main road that you can see from you're on the south road now, coming out from the town. If you head back into the town from the well and go out to the east, then you can head on towards past Connerberry to the east, and then of course west is the direction that you came from.
Okay.
Let's just find a
Okay,
good place
well.
to camp.
Neverwinter Woods is directly behind Connerberry. It's more to the north of it.
Okay. So with all
it's
that,
behind you.
look. And I just point. Tor said, "Let's just find a place to camp. A good night's rest. Let's not even think about that orc job we took. And let's just."
Oh, right. I forgot
Rest,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and I said, "Don't think about it. Let's
Well,
go to bed."
now I'm thinking about it. I wasn't.
technically we
I
never
forgot about it.
officially accepted the quest. So
Mm.
she just leaves it at that.
Yeah, even Mahi's considering it.
As you look towards the south, you see that this area seems to be more hills, open plain area leading into hills, and those hills basically leads into the mountain range way off into the distance.
Is there a good place to make camp anywhere?
Sure, you can make camp anywhere you want, assuming you get off the road.
It's cool. So we get off the road and find a good place to camp then.
All right. So you don't stray too far. I say that you guys won't work maybe more than a mile before you start to get exhausted outside of this area.
Mm.
Nope, we gotta stop, set up camp.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
Mm,
we go about as far as we're willing to go, and then we're like, no, I don't. If we die, we die. We're setting up camp.
yeah.
Very, very well. Who's leading?
I'm in the front at the moment.
Okay, go ahead and just roll a perception check for me.
That's a 4.
Advantage?
Yeah,
Question-
it's super dark.
Like I have light casted, but I'm tired. I'm officially out of spell
You can
slot.
see about 30 feet in front of you, so
I'm tired.
basically you see a road, and everything else around you is blackness. The moonlight's pretty bright though here at this point, where it was kind of covered previously, but it's light enough where you can make a way off to the side. You don't see anything necessarily that jumps out at you.
Cool.
So, as we're officially setting up camp, Pyth is actually going to take off the top layer, that blue dress. She's going to leave all the armor on and stuff. So she's still fully clothed, but is going to take the disgusting blood-soaked dress off and just set it to the side for now.
I don't even set up camp. I just fall face first on the ground.
I roll out my bedroll, and I spend enough time to set alarm around the area. There's no tent happening, but I'm setting alarm around the area since I can do that as a ritual.
All right.
And rolling up the bedroll.
All right.
There's no water sources around, is there? For me to get cleaned up.
Go ahead and roll survival for me.
Find one,
Okay,
call me.
I can create water in the morning.
it's 14.
I'm too tired to do that right now.
I'll say that you find kind of a little pond area in not too far away from your campsite.
Hey, Pyth,
It seems safe.
over there.
Just
Just
do it.
pond.
Do it in the morning.
I'm getting washed
In the
up.
morning.
In the morning.
I don't want to sleep in this.
In the morning sounds good.
You can go.
Mahi, if you could keep watch for 4 hours while I rest, I can take the next watch.
All right.
I can keep watch.
Go to sleep, Archer.
I can keep watch.
Archer, you've died
He's still
twice.
up.
Hey, Mahi, what's that in the distance? You can't see it, can you? I can.
There's nothing in the distance.
Archer,
Point still stands. I can see.
go to sleep.
I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm done.
It's fine.
How
I've
about-
got it.
How about this? Mahi for 2 hours, Archer for 2 hours, then wake me up.
Well, if you're gonna twist my arm and I turn back around and I go to sleep.
Nice.
Tavi's already fallen asleep on his backpack, and he didn't even bother taking out the bedroll.
I don't know if there's a log or a big stone.
Laying on it.
I'm gonna sit down on something, and I'm just gonna have my longsword out, and I'm just going in kind of sentinel position. I'm just sitting there looking around.
All right, Mahi, go ahead and roll perception for me.
Ow.
10.
Okay.
Average.
So for the most part, this this area feels pretty quiet. You don't see anything stir. Nighttime noises aren't anything you're not unaccustomed to at this point. You kind of go a little bit in and out of consciousness, though. It's a little difficult to keep watch in comparison to previous times you have done so. But you come to the end of your watch, and nothing eventful accordingly. You've spent your 4 hours and immediately retire, I assume.
Yeah, but right before he keeps watch, he actually somehow musters up the strength to put up his longsword of vengeance, and he actually takes out his original longsword and just kind of not polishing it, but he's just making sure it looks nice, and he's just looking at it and just not. I can't really sharpen it because I got nothing to sharpen it with, but just
We find a
Cleaning
rock
it.
nearby.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Python, go ahead and roll perception for me. I assume you're taking next watch.
Archer.
Well, yeah, he only did a 2-hour watch,
okay,
and then
I gotcha.
Archer's gonna take the
So
next 2
2
hours.
Alright,
2 hours,
Archer.
and Pyth 4.
Go ahead and roll. Both of you, go ahead and roll now.
In that case,
20.
can I go ahead and take my long rest? Because that will have been my 4 hours.
Yes.
22.
22 for you, Archer.
Yes.
Python, what did you get?
Good question. 8.
8. Okay. Okay. Archer's portion accordingly will cover yours as well. But I'll say for this point, uneventful night for everybody. Everyone go ahead and take a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
You can reclaim your hit die, your spent hit die. For
So
any of
do
those
I-
who did,
up to 1, so I give this to 1.
Do I click the reset maximum HP changes
Yes.
there? I still don't. Okay. Still
Holy
don't
man.
understand fully this.
Pyth is going to also, between her watch and just being up, write a journal entry.
Okay.
And also is eyeing Tavi while he sleeps.
All right. Tavi doesn't notice.
Shocker.
Out.
Everyone is pretty much out. So all of you can or reclaim your spent spell slots accordingly.
Spell slots.
So beautiful. I
Or
have
you can redo your eye and your bag of tricks. Their charges would replenish.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I got 50. I can heal
And we're gonna
15
say
health
that you
points.
guys sleep well through the night, all the way into the morning, possibly into the late afternoon. Well, not late afternoon, but I'd say about lunchtime. You guys are gonna definitely
Sleep in a little bit.
after all this.
Just fair.
And I will say, in consideration to everything that has transpired since the last, I think now is a good time to level up.
Yay!
Hallelujah.
Wait, I gotta find the TikTok.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are leveling up.
So everyone can go ahead and go to level 4 now.
I'll be honest. This is the lamest level for a ranger.
Oh, suck it, because I'm leveling up.
Manage levels.
Dude, I get an ability score improvement. I'm just dumping
Also-
everything
That's it.
into intelligence.
That's it. That's all I get.
That's all I get. I mean, I get 2 more.
I don't get anything. That's all I
Ow.
get. Only.
If this is more or less
Only
where we're
ability score
stopping for the night, am I ending recording?
What do you guys want to
Me-
do?
I can continue, but I can't speak for the others.
I mean, I'm cool with whatever. Honestly, like.
Well, we could probably discuss leveling aspects here, and we don't have to record that part of it. That
Yep,
might
I
just
can
be
Yeah.
the rest of the
recording.
time. Hmm?
Eat.
Awesome.
Will return.